Okay, let's go first to our talking point tonight, and it is a big one. Can anything be done to stop the Shiv Sena? Will civil society stand up? What will the state do? Joining us now, a very special panel. I'm joined by Loksatta editor Kumar Ketkar, one of the foremost voices in journalism in the state of Maharashtra, Hindu editor-in-chief, the Venerable N. Ram, also with us, Congress spokesperson Manish Tiwari, and the Shiv Sena's Rahul Narvekar. Gentlemen, appreciate your joining us first. Your first reactions, Mr. N. Ram, when you've heard about yet another attack brazenly on a newspaper, or on this time on a news channel officer.
Rajdeep, this is extremely grave, and between the Sena and the MNS, each is more outrageous than the other. And I think we really got to get we've got to push forward and really get to the bottom of this. Governments in Maharashtra, state governments, have traditionally appeased the Sena under with whatever rationalization. This time, I think we've got to hold them to account. The state government as much as these goons, these thugs, and the leaders. And you've got to go right to where the orders came from.
I think that's important.
And I think the media can ensure it if we form a network all over the country and just ensure that they are brought to account. And
that's an important point you're making, sir.
For the Hindu and for myself,
yes, sir.
We will take this extremely seriously. But you need unity among the media and to counter any appeasement, because in the past the track record is not inspiring.
Right.
I would say
yes. Go on.
This is a case for the CBI. This is a case for the CBI, because I do not have enough confidence in the capabilities of the state government to bring these goons and those who gave the orders to justice.
Those are very strong words coming from you. Kumar Ketkar, you've actually had to face up to these goons on more than one occasion. Your house was attacked not too long ago, that time by a group claiming that it stood for Maratha pride because you wrote against the Shivaji statue issue. Do you believe that actually we will see action, and do you believe the ringleaders will be caught? Karyakartas have been arrested. What about the ringleaders, and why, Kumar, is it happening again and again in Mumbai?
I think so far Maharashtra Home Ministry, Maharashtra Police Department, particularly the Mumbai Police Department, have been extremely lenient towards such actions, and they have been going on and on. And Shiv Sena and MNS and many other groups and organizations have been emboldened to carry out such attacks on the media individually and journalists directly. And as a result, what has happened is more and more groups feel that no action is being taken and they can carry on with their hooliganism, their vandalism. And I think this kind of tendency, which started with Shiv Sena about 40 years ago, Rajdeep, you must remember, the first political murder in the country.
That's right.
First political murder of an elected representative in the country was carried out by Shiv Sena in 1970 of Krishna Desai, Comrade Krishna Desai. Ever since, Shiv Sena has been indulging in these acts, and after Shiv Sena split, its followers in the MNS are also carrying out such acts. And I think unless the government comes very heavily and tough on action, and the civil society, the media, and all political parties come together, this won't stop. Unfortunately, many political parties have a stake in such kind of attacks. They connive because they too carry out similar attacks in official areas or in metropolitan areas on the media. And therefore, they have some kind of justification in trying to be lenient, because as you must have seen, even after the assembly attack, there has been statements by the ruling party as well as by the opposition that they should be forgiven. So I think there should be no excuse at all be given to any kind of vandalism, any kind of hooliganism, be it against media or be it against any institution of the state.
I think those are again very, very strong words. Manish Tiwari, I hope you are listening, because I know the Congress will quickly say this is a Shiv Sena problem and it's the Shiv Sena which is responsible for goons, but goons have flourished primarily under Congress regimes in Maharashtra for 40 years because you're seen to be too soft on the goon culture. That's the problem with the Congress. They believe that the Shiv Sena believes they will get away with it. Will they be allowed to get away again, sir?
Rajdeep, I entirely understand your outrage. And first of all, allow me to offer my sympathies to all those people who are working in your organization who've unfortunately been injured in this attack. On behalf of the Congress, we would like to condemn it in the most unequivocal terms possible.
So please answer my question. Why is it that for 40 years, for majority of the time, there have been Congress governments? And in the past, the feeling has been the Congress, as Kumar Ketkar suggests, has been soft. Every political party has a vested interest in allowing this culture of violence to be promoted in Maharashtra and in Mumbai in particular.
Well, Rajdeep, let me tell you something very clearly. The Congress party does not only govern in Maharashtra, but has governed almost every state in this country at some point in time or the other. And we do not believe in either supporting or encouraging lumpenism. This is most reprehensible what has happened, and I do hope that the Maharashtra government would implement the law as it needs
Kumar,
to be implemented, because this just
Kumar,
cannot be allowed to be carried on.
Kumar, are you convinced with it?
I would be very happy to be convinced, but have you seen, for instance, Rajdeep, how many doctors have been attacked, how many hospitals have been attacked, how many nurses have been attacked, and most of the time, the attacks have been carried out by Shiv Sena. Right in their own activist, Anand Dighe, when he died in Thane, the entire hospital was burned down and smashed, and that hospital has not come again. Some patients died. So this is not new to Maharashtra now. Maharashtra did not have this culture almost till 1969, 1970. 1966 is the year Shiv Sena is born, and ever since, Maharashtra is getting slowly used to this kind of culture, which is frightening, because it can attack anybody.
It can attack anybody. Rahul Narvekar, you're listening to this 40 years of a goon culture. I know you don't like us targeting the Shiv Sena, but what do we do, Rahul Narvekar, when we see those images? When innocent people have been targeted today, how can the Shiv Sena justify it on the grounds that it was a spontaneous reaction? Surely spontaneous reactions don't take place like this. Orchestrated, a Pune office is attacked, Mumbai office is attacked within half an hour, and it's 4 days after the editorial on Sachin Tendulkar. This was a planned attack by the Shiv Sena, Mr. Narvekar.